Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Mama Genius Hubpreneurs podcast. I'm so excited for our guest today. Think about this. If this is you, listen up. You got the vision, the product, the message. But when it comes to creating video, you freeze. You ever felt like that? You're running a business between school drop-offs, snack prep, and calling clients. The idea of learning YouTube or posting reels just feels so extra. But deep down, you know the audience is there waiting, watching. They're searching for someone like you. You just haven't shown up for them yet. That's why I brought Elise on here today, because she's a video strategist who's made the mistakes, done the experiments, and built a business that works and lets that work for us. Today, she's going to be breaking it down step by step so you can show up on video the way that actually feels doable for you. If you've ever said, I should be doing video, but didn't know where to start, this is your sign. You're here with Elise today. Mamas, welcome to the Mama Genius Mompreneur podcast, where real stories spark real transformations for moms ready to bring their vision to life. I'm Michelle DeKaiser, a mom entrepreneur, and your biggest cheerleader if you've ever felt pulled to create something bigger, whether it's a business, a book, or a movement, but also felt the weight of daily life slowing you down. You are not alone. In just 15 minutes, we'll dive into insights, strategies, and real stories for women like you. Let's bring your visions to life, starting now. I'm about to bring up Elise Michelle Nelson, the YouTube strategist and the owner of My Scheduled Biz. She helps entrepreneurs create visibility and generate leads using videos. If you want to do that, she can grow their business without being glued to the screen. With over 1,000 published YouTube videos and years of experience helping brands scale, Elise simplifies video strategies for both DIY creators and those who want it done for you. Her mission: to help mompreneurs support with confidence, clarity, and convert content that converts. Welcome, Elise. I'm like, boy, do I need you.
Well, thank you for having me, Michelle.
Oh, I'm so excited. I just want to dive right in. Tell everyone a little bit about what it is about video, or what is it that called you to help, or even that you want to create it. What is your why behind all this?
I started as an e-commerce coach for about 6 years. I was an e-commerce coach, and doing that, I'm really into numbers. So I helped people with their websites. I did a lot of analytics calls and things like that. And so I saw behind the scenes of all of the platforms and which ones actually seem to work for the majority of people as opposed to the minority. And when I started to realize that, I had to stop teaching everything else and just focus on YouTube. When you do it, it works. And it doesn't just work today. It works tomorrow, a week from now, a month from now, and 6 years from now. You make that content and it continues to deliver for all that time. And so that was when I made the switch from coaching about social media and websites and all of those things into talking about YouTube, because it works. And why would I teach about something that doesn't work when I could teach about something that does?
I love that so much. And I love how you said that YouTube is really that searchable engine, and it can work 6 years later. When you think about the other platforms, after 24 hours, they're almost dead with the content that you put up there, and you're just having to keep generating. But when you get the strategy between SEO and YouTube, you're putting in content that can be longevity.
Yeah, you're making your business evergreen. So that's the why behind my switch. But I do have a more personal note if you wanted to hear that as well.
Ooh, let's go for it.
So I was an e-commerce coach for 6 years, doing this business thing for quite a while, and I really wasn't making much money. I suspected YouTube might be a good choice, but I took all the classes from all the people and I did all the things they told me to do, never made any of this. So I decided to do it my own way, and I came up with my own strategy that made sense to my logical brain that's all about numbers. And within a month of making that decision, while I was on vacation, I started seeing money roll in from my channel, from my products, not from YouTube. It allowed me to go to Harry Potter World, which was something I really wanted to do. It really changed my life, being able to see how I could get people to find me instead of me struggling to find them, and allowed me to go on that vacation and do all those beautiful things. Yeah.
I'm with you on the Harry Potter. I literally almost dragged my kids to Harry Potter World. They didn't want to leave once they got there, but it was like, why are we going to go there? And then they never wanted to leave, but I love it too. So let's just dive straight into, because I want some practical tips for our moms. When you think about YouTube, it sounds like anything with social media, the overwhelm starts to set in. What is the first place to start?
You have to turn your camera on. The reality is, it starts exactly where you think it has to start. You have to turn on your camera. It doesn't matter how scared you are. It doesn't matter how much experience you have. It doesn't matter how uncomfortable you are. It doesn't matter if you have green hair or brown hair, or if you're loud or quiet. you have to turn on the camera because you're the one that knows what you have to share. And if you want to see some awful videos, go to my channel on YouTube, scroll all the way back to the very beginning, and you will see exactly how bad I used to be on camera. The reason I don't take those videos down is because I want you to be able to see that you can start terribly, and that doesn't mean your message won't get out. It doesn't mean you can't improve. It doesn't mean you're a failure. The reality is you have to turn on the camera. That's the starting point.
I love that so much. And I love how you put it that you're not taking the videos down. It's true. We need to start somewhere. And it's getting out of that mentality of wanting to start with perfection. The viewers with 10,000 followers or however many followers, you're looking at them and going, I can't do that.
Yeah, and I see that with everything. How do I look? I need to make sure my makeup is perfect. I don't know what to say. It has to be exactly perfect. Do I have a script? What is a question that your people ask you over and over again, and answer it just like you were talking to them? A really good way to start, if you're someone that's like a coach, is when someone asks you a question, instead of just like answering it to them, make a video and then send them the video as the answer to their question. And guess what? That video, YouTube.
I love that so much. And you can even do that in some of your sessions if you're doing group coaching and just say like, I won't put you in there unless I want to be in there. Oh my God, my brain just started wiring right there. Cause it's literally like, if you get asked that question, you just take that Zoom call and you take your answer to that question. There's your video.
I am going to say something about keywords. And we had a discussion before we got on about how sometimes people are very reticent about keywords. I take my coaching sessions and I cut them out as shorts and I put that content up to lead into videos. I recommend making a video around that question where you make sure you've used good keywords, you make sure you've got a great title and a great thumbnail before you record. Otherwise, you're trying to go back and recreate the horse and it's like backwards. You need to know what you're going to deliver on. So you need to know what the thumbnail is, you need to know what the keyword is, you need to know what the title is, so that when you're talking on video, you can make sure to give them what you said you were going to give them. That's why that type of content is actually much better as a short, because shorts are the social media of YouTube. You're going to get a lot of views faster on shorts, whereas with a video, that's going to be the piece that's going to bring you clients today, tomorrow, 6 years from now.
I love that. We're going to dive into more about the keywords right after this. Are you a mompreneur who feels a fire to create something bigger, a business, a movement, a message, but you don't want to do it alone? That's why I've created the Mama Genius Hub, a space where your vision is nurtured, your voice is heard, and your dreams grow alongside a supportive community. Inside the hub, you'll get bite-sized insights and strategies in 15-minute sessions. A community of like-minded moms who truly get it. Support to bring your vision to life without burnout. If ready to build your business and impact while staying true to yourself, join us today at connectingmamas.com. Your calling matters. Let's grow it together. I just want to recap for a second in terms of taking the answer to the question and creating the shorts. Now I want to step back a bit because you're talking about the keywords, the title, and all of that stuff. I want you to break that down a little bit more to how, now that we have that question answer, what do we do to find the keyword, the title, all that stuff?
There are two tools if you're looking specifically for YouTube search engine optimization. One is called TubeBuddy and one is called vidIQ. And those are sort of like the Coke and Pepsi of doing keyword research for YouTube. My recommendation is that you use both, because what I found with the thousands of business owners that I've worked with is that your industry will be liked better by one of the tools. Let's say that your industry is liked better by vidIQ and you only use vidIQ. It's going to tell you that every keyword you're trying to use is good, when really it probably isn't. Whereas if you then go over to TubeBuddy and check, TubeBuddy will be like, meh, meh, meh. And so it forces you to find the best keyword that is most likely to rank, which means you'll actually show up when someone searches for that. So can I give an example to clarify this?
Please do, because let me give you what my brain was thinking to help with clarity. Because I was thinking, okay, we have these two different apps. Now, someone who's never used the two, like, is it like entering the keyword? Like, what are some of the things you're looking for as you clarify that question?
Yeah, so I actually have a whole video on my YouTube channel that walks through exactly how to do it, but essentially they are plugins. So you are going to install them in Chrome, go to YouTube and type in what you think might be a good keyword. Those two plugins are going to show up on the right side of your screen and they will give you a score and a color. Our goal is green and we want our score to be 60 and above. Check both tools. If the keyword is green and 60 or above, then count it as a good keyword. And if those two tools both agree, you're far more likely to be correct that this is a good keyword. And I want to illustrate why a good keyword matters. So let's use yoga as an example. Let's say that you want to teach about yoga. Do you agree with me, Michelle, that there are a lot of yoga channels on YouTube?
Just a few.
A lot, right? It's a very saturated industry.
Exactly.
If you want to teach about yoga and you try and use the keyword yoga, you're not going to get found because there's so much competition for that keyword. Even though a lot of people are searching for it, there's a lot of competition, which means that you don't get the chance to be found. But if you look for a keyword that is less saturated, meaning there's less competition, but still has searches, then you might be able to get found. Let's say you get found for chair yoga for women. Let's pretend that's a good keyword. And you get found for chair yoga for women, and people are engaging with your content, they're watching it, they're commenting, they're subscribing to your channel. Well, that tells YouTube that this video is good. Over time, you start not only showing up for chair yoga for women, you start showing up for chair yoga. Then you start showing up for yoga. It's like this ladder that you get to climb. But if you try and jump from the ground all the way to yoga, you're just going to fall on your butt and not make any progress. So we use these steps to get us up. And this is the same concept for any type of search engine optimization. We're applying it specifically to YouTube.
I love that so much. I love how you demonstrate to bring that down. And so using those two ideas, the two buddies in the Vit Cubed, I'm going to just repeat them so people can hear them again, because you know what we hear, we repeat. And we're running out of time, but I would like you to give one last, now after we have the keyword, how do we go to the titles or thumbnails, or what tips do you have on that?
Yeah, so once you have a keyword that you know is ranking, you basically want to use it everywhere. I call it keyword not stuffing. There used to be this thing back in the day when the internet came out where people would just take the same keyword and find all the synonyms and list it on a page to get traffic. That doesn't work anymore. They're too smart for that. So you can't just stuff the keywords in. So I call it not stuffing. But basically, you're going to put your keyword in your title. You're going to use it as tags in your video. You're going to use it as hashtags. You're going to make sure that's in the first 100 characters of your description. You're going to put that keyword everywhere you can so that you're consistently telling YouTube that this is what I talk about. And if you're really smart, you'll also put it on your channel keywords. This is what I'm about. This is what I'm talking towards.
Wow, I love this so much. Tell everyone how they can get a hold of you.
Yeah, so I'm at My Scheduled Biz, just like my little handle down there says, on pretty much anywhere. Obviously, I'm on YouTube, Instagram, all of the places. You can also email me at elise@myscheduledbiz.com. I just released 2-Hour Tube, which is AI your way from idea to done without the tech headache. It is a tool to help you actually come up with what to say, make a script or bullet points, record and post all within about 2 hours. And so to get that, you're going to go to myscheduledbiz.com/GPT. It's a custom GPT on ChatGPT that you can use to help you go through all the steps. I have a video that walks you through how to use it.
I signed up yesterday, so I'm going through it. We all need it. We're going to put you backstage for just a moment to go through some takeaways, and you'll be right back. Wow. What I can say is she's got so much insight into YouTube, into how we can do this. The majority of people are going to be looking at YouTube. Think about that, how we are creating content that is going to last. So how do we do that? Number one, turn the camera on. Sometimes we just need to hear that. It's just about getting started, practicing, getting comfortable with it, getting used to it. Remember, you're never going to get better unless you keep doing it. So do your reps. Number two is looking at the plugins, as she said, so we can do the VidID, the two buddies to help you figure out those keywords. Then you turn them into the not stuffing, right? You start putting them in your tags, titles, hashtags, and descriptions, so you can let YouTube know what you are doing. I'm going to bring Elise back to see what I missed.
No, you got it. That's it. Can I have one final thing that I want to share?
You get your final takeaway.
Okay, I do want to make one point that I don't know that I really drove home because I want to make sure it's clear. You must be using shorts and videos. Shorts get you more eyes, videos make your stuff last, and you need to be using both as a business owner. You got the key points. That's what it is in a nutshell. Turn on your camera, use the keywords, make sure you're using shorts and videos.
Go ahead and download her free gift for you because it's going to help you get your ChatGPT going and make it work for you so you can get those videos out there. We'll see you on the next episode. Bye, everyone. That's a wrap for today's episode, Mama. I hope you found something in these 15 minutes that sparked action towards your dream. Remember, your purpose matters, your dreams are valid, and you are not alone. If today's conversation spoke to you, come join us at the Mama Genius Hub, where you'll find support, strategy, and sisterhood to turn your calling into real impact. Let's grow this together at connectingmamas.com. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe so you'll never miss an episode. If this resonates with you, share it with another mom who needs to hear this. We'll see you next time.